This large engraving is the third emblem in Stefan Michelspacher's Kabbalah, Mirror of Art and Nature, first published in 1615 and reprinted in many editions through the 17th century. The emblem centres upon an alchemical mountain. At the periphery we see the zodiac. Each of the 12 signs is associated with a symbol for an alchemical substance. Though most of these are easy to identify, some are ambiguous. Reading from the left, we have Taurus with perhaps spagyric antimony, Libra the scales with verdigris, then Scorpio with vitriol. Next we see Aries is associated with sulphur, Leo with copper, and Virgo with sal ammoniac. Gemini the twins is next seen, associated with cinnabar, Cancer the crab with autopigment, and Sagittarius with common salt. Next is Pisces with saltpeter, Capricorn the goat with tartar, and finally Aquarius with alum. At the four corners of the zodiacal circle we see the four elements. The mountain is set on the shore of a sea that stretches back to the horizon. It is in the form of a pyramid with 3 steps on either side. On each of these ledges stands one of the planets in classical form. On the left side are the solar planets, Venus with flaming heart and looking glass, Mars in armour with shield and sword, and the Sun as a king with his sceptre. On the right side are the lunar planets, Saturn as Kronos with child and scythe, Jupiter with sceptre and thunderbolts of lightning, and Luna as Diana the huntress with her spear and hunting horn. On the summit of the mountain, standing at the centre of these 2 groups of 3, is Mercury with winged sandals and helmet, holding his caduceus and a star. He stands upon a little fountain with a hexagonal basin, perhaps associated with the other 6 planets. This is set within a garden with an arbour forming the 3 sides of a square. This mountain is hollow, and its cavern has a little temple approached through an ascent of 7 steps. Each step is a well-known alchemical process. The first step is calcination, the burning of the substance to ashes. Next comes sublimation, or the extraction of a distillate from the heating of the substance. Then solution, the dissolving of the ash in some liquid, followed by this rotting down in the putrefaction. Now the alchemical work proceeds upwards with the distillation of an essence from the putrefied mass, then its coagulation into a solid mass or stone, and the final preparation of the tincture. Having climbed these 7 alchemical steps, we come across a little vaulted temple. It appears to have 6 sides, and on its domed roof we see the sun in daytime and the moon and stars in the night sky. Seated in the front of the temple is a king and a queen. The king holds out his sceptre, while the queen offers a flower. Towards the rear of the temple, we see a little furnace for the alchemical work. The space in the temple has 3 inner walls, echoing the 3-sided arbour around Mercury on the summit of the mountain. On top of the dome of the temple, set equidistant between the temple and the fountain on the summit, a crowned bird stretches out its wings. On the fields below the mountain, the seeking alchemist appears blindfolded. He cannot see the temple within the mountain, but seems to know, however, that there is something hidden within this mountain. He is thus reduced to feeling about in the dark, as it were, and like a hunter seeking rabbits in a warren, has to send in a ferret to try and uncover the secret of this alchemical mountain. The wonders of the alchemical process are laid out for him, if only he was able to see.